Hey everybody, Liz Smart here, and we are day 33 of 100. So I'm so excited to be here tonight, and I had quite a bit of technical problems, so I'm using a different platform here, and I hope that it works. Yes, so we are day 33, and what I wanted to talk about today to lift your vibration is really being kind with ourselves. So the other day, 2 days ago, I talked about how I did this crazy thing, and I was like, I'm so stupid. Like, I was like, oh my God, so stupid. And I live with that to a certain point. It was like I canceled the mortgage insurance on the house, like crazy, right? And after Jerry passed away, I was like, oh my God, that was such a stupid decision. Why did we do that? It was like so ridiculous, right? But it was something that I had no control of. And I realized at one point, like the more I was like telling myself how stupid I was, the more I was bringing down my vibration. And also I was driving myself insane and mad because like crazy mad because it's circumstances that I couldn't change. There's not like I kept saying, oh, if I only had a magic wand, I can go back in time. Like I always talk about there's no such thing as time and space. But in reality, I was like, I can't go back in the past and change that, right? So I had to come to grips with it. Otherwise, really, I would have lost my mind in a certain way. So there's this great technique, which I'm so grateful that I had, because let me tell you, it was work. I'm not saying that I healed that right away, but I can literally, like, I was so excited to talk about that story because I realized that I forgot all about it. And that's really powerful because we can stay with stuff for a lifetime and then some. And so there's this great technique that I learned in my 20s, or not in my 20s, but about 20, close to 25 years ago, I guess, I was studying, or maybe 20 years ago, I was studying with a Feng Shui master. And I had a mentorship program that I did for probably about 2 years. Love the guy, still a really great friend in my life now. And I was dabbling in Feng Shui as well, but with him, I did a real serious mentorship program with him. And he taught me a trick. And he says, whenever you have like a thought that comes up that doesn't serve you, you just basically say next, 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 next. And it's like, because we're always like, we have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day, right? And they're not always to our best value, right? They're often stuff like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm not even going to tell derogatory stuff, but things that we tell ourselves, which just doesn't serve any of us. And it's about retraining the mind. Like, so using these tactics to just like retraining. So by catching yourself, because remember, I always say it always starts with awareness, right? We start with awareness. Once we're aware that we're doing stuff, then we can change it. Because if we're not aware, we're just going to go through the life, oblivious to it, and nothing ever changes. So the first thing is being aware of it. So as soon as you're aware, it's like you're doing that negative self-talk, using that word next, until your brain like focuses and shifts on thinking somebody else. And then years ago, probably about 10 years later, I bumped it to Andy Dooley. Love Andy to this day. And he said another tactic, which he says like, stop, cancel, clear, get that thought out of here. So it's adding a little more fun to it. And that's another thing. So if you find that next is just not working for you, try that. Stop, cancel, clear, get that thought out of here. That's another vibration to lift up your vibration. So I just want to come here to you today and remind yourself to be kind, right? In a world that we can be anything, be kind. But that includes to yourself. Remember, those 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day, we can't control them. They're going to happen whether or not. But we can be aware and we can control and we can decide where we're going to focus our attention. So if you have those negative thoughts that are coming your way, next. And I swear to God, I use that technique. So I didn't go crazy knowing that I made this ridiculous mistake. And that's the thing. It was a mistake. It was an error of judgment. I did the best decision at the time. Now, of course, in hindsight, it was not a great decision. But I guess it happened because I always said to myself, okay, there's a blessing in disguise here and a blessing. And the blessing in disguise was that because my house wasn't paid off, I didn't hang out and go to the beach and do all these fun things, which I'm still doing great fun things. But what I'm saying is that things happen for us and not to us. So, okay, maybe it was a lack of judgment. Maybe it wasn't the best best thing that could have done. It would have been really nice to have this house paid off. But let me tell you, I'm here to tell you, if you're ever in that situation, don't cancel your life insurance. So now use my experience so that you don't repeat the same mistake. So we can learn from our mistakes, not to do them again. So with that, I hope that you find some value in this, and I hope that I'm excited to hear where you're coming from with it. Please like, please share. I'm really trying to create a ripple here, and I could use all the help from you to help me get my message out. This is a 100-day challenge, and I'm a third way already through it. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you want to see what I do on a deeper level, you can always reach out to me either here or through my website. It's not my website, but my email, contact@lizsmart.com. And if you want to know what I do a little bit more, we can always have that conversation. So until then, I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see where this is bringing you. I hope it's of value, and I'm loving being here with you. So with that, lots of love, big hugs, and we'll see you tomorrow on day 34. Bye, guys.